In the profound stillness before dawn, as the world lies hushed in slumber, a sacred aperture opens between 3 to 5 a.m., a fleeting moment when the cosmos seems to part its veil. This is no mere coincidence, but an initiation, beckoning you to shackles of the external and reunite with your innermost essence, flowing in rapturous harmony with the universe's rhythms. What arcane power resides in this mysterious interrealm of night and day? In the embrace of these pre-dawn hours, tranquility envelops you, offering a hallowed space unavailable amid the day's unrelenting clamor. Let us now undertake an odyssey into Stoic philosophy's transcendent teachings to unveil the 5 rituals that will fill your chalice, spiritually replenishing while fortifying your mental and physical domains. For the enlightened Stoics, being stirred from sleep during this primordial phase was not happenstance, but an initiatory summons. It was a reminder that an entire inner kingdom awaits your exploration and mastery, a sacred way station en route to embodying your highest soaring potential throughout the day's crucible. So heed the whisperings only audible in these sacred moments. Resist the urge to slumber through what may appear a mere inconvenience. Greet it as an invitation to enter a portal, listening keenly to your soul's murmurings amidst the silence. For beyond this veil thrums an entire cosmos yearning for you to merge with its infinite resonances. But first, accept this humble provocation. Commit fully to walking this path. Declare your readiness through the words, "I accept the challenge," as we embark together into uncompromising self-actualization and unconquerable spirit. Number 1. Make declarations. In the hushed tranquility of dawn's first inhales, as the world slumbers sightless, a consecrated unveils itself, a fleeting but powerful opportunity to reconnect with the limitless depths of your essential nature and the infinite resonances of the cosmos. It is here that Stoic wisdom instructs us to dive inward, unearthing and vociferously giving voice to the latent power pulsing through our souls. One of the most potent practices for achieving such an alchemical awakening is the crafting and steadfast recitation of personal affirmations, bold, unflinching statements of self-belief, capability, and an unquenchable thirst for growth. These are no mere utterances, but flaming reminders seared into your very essence of the boundless reservoirs of confidence and unconquerable spirit coiled within. By decreeing such affirmations into existence, you rewrite roads that once limited your self-conception, continually birthing the most heroic version of your higher self. Each repetition is an impregnable tower rising in defiance of fear's phantoms, an uncompromising declaration of your power to heroically overcome any obstacles fate hurls into your path. Let us absorb the example of Selena, a corporate warrior daily baptized in the fires of cutthroat competition, unlooming deadlines. Yet each morning as dawn's hush engulfs her, she ritualistically speaks into existence the unconquerable essence of her spirit through affirmations like, "I am an immovable bulwark against which life's storm waves crush and dissipate into vapor. Each challenge that crashes upon my shores is but another brick in the unbreachable redoubt of my resolve, fortifying me into something unyielding and immortal. One fateful day, a seemingly insurmountable project descended, a hydra-headed monstrosity that demoralized Selena's teammates into despondency. But Selena saw only an invitation to put her daily affirmations to the test. Unfurling the words that had become her coat of arms, she marshaled her determination and dismantled each obstacle one by one. Not only did she resurrect the project from the jaws of failure, but Selena's defiant affirmations rallied her tribe, reigniting their spirits with the truth that every difficulty bears the seeds of growth for those willing to absorb its lesson. The result was a masterpiece, a courageous stand memorializing Selena as the immovable bulwark, whose words were immutable commandments of the indomitable spirit within. Selena's affirmations were far more than personal mottos. They were invocations that summoned forth her higher self, impervious to surrender, a living avatar of the Stoic truth that genuine power flows not from bypassing challenges, but transmuting their intensity into unbreakable fortitude, wisdom and transcendence. By etching such words into her character daily, amidst the sacred dawn hours, Selena sanctified their potence, allowing each utterance to fill her being, steadily cultivating the reservoir of grit and phoenix-minded resilience to continually best her former self. This is the heart of Stoicism, the knowledge that patience, courage, and perpetual metamorphosis are the master keys to actualizing our latent demigod potential for lasting fulfillment. So when you are next summoned from slumber between 3 to 5 am's mystical margins, greet it as an initiation, not an inconvenience. You stand at the crossroads of fate, with one path leading to stagnation, the other to heroically obliterating every barrier between you and your supremely empowered state. Make your choice by ritualistically decreeing your affirmations into reality. Let them be the sacred invocations that birth the inextinguishable flame of your self-mastery, continually alchemizing every cell to be forged diamond hard yet brilliant. Affirm, decree, command into existence the supreme version of your highest, unstoppable self. Number 2. Try and remember your last dream in the quiet stillness of the night, as the stars' hushed whispers still linger, revealing the endless mysteries of the cosmos. Being roused from slumber between 3 to 5 a.m. is far more than mere coincidence. It is an invitation inward, a golden passage prized by the Stoics to plumb the soul's profoundest depths, and attune to the boundless wisdom throbbing just beneath surface awareness. In these suspended moments of preternatural quiet, the final dream visions flitting behind your eyelids are no mere phantasms to be disregarded upon waking. They are luminous breadcrumbs, sacred reminders from your unconscious psyche, beckoning you to rediscover your true path and ignite the furnace of self-actualization. So rather than springing from these precious hours into the day's frenetic busyness, commit to become utterly present. Reflect. Cradle these fleeting visions in the tender glazes of your focused attention and reverently strive to recollect them. Perhaps you glimpsed yourself traversing a fog-shrouded trail, the way obscured yet advancing steadfastly, an unwavering inner certainty that each footfall, though its destination remains veiled, bears profound significance as another initiation into realms of ever-deepening self-discovery. This is no random sensory blitzkrieg, but a symbolic map etched by your unconscious to illuminate the contours of the soul's topography. It underscores the fundamental Stoic truth that although our journeys may sometimes unfurl along uncertain fog-lined paths, each step participates in an overarching choreography, articulated by a unified, energetic field where no shred of experience is wasted. Yet the nocturnal mind's sagacious visions do not merely passively acknowledge the path. They actively goad you toward consciously resculpting your future, an empowered co-creator, just of your own becoming, but a positive revolutionary presence for those around you. By remembering and persistently reflecting upon these dream wisps, you open the gates to comprehending your suppressed anxieties and unspoken yearnings. But these subtle messages offer far more than release from psychic knots. They are the kindling fueling your charged ascent, restoring determination and grit to venture undaunted into each day, alchemizing every challenge into reforged resiliency. Let us absorb the example of James, an intrepid philosopher eternally seeking the elixirs of inner equanimity. One fateful pre-dawn tumult pierced his slumber with an uncanny sense of tranquility. Hovering in twilight's liminal membranes between wake and dreams, a lucid vision shimmered into focus. He beheld himself standing before a winding, mist-shrouded road, arcing toward an obscured horizon. Yet though the way remained uncertain, with each footfall resonating into the unknown, James's dream self emanated fearless determination and an insatiable curiosity to unriddle the path's grand design. Each step was not mere distance consumed, but an initiatory rite deeper into self-revelatory awakening. In that transcendent reverie, James glimpsed the universal truth that whether navigating the realms of dreams or waking life, we are all cosmic vagabonds, with each moment offering initiation into liberating self-discovery, provided we remain intrepid and present. A journey where no step is wasted, but a sacrament ushering us toward embodying our most unleashed capacity for meaning and soul arrival. Upon awakening, James diligently chronicled every nuance of this revelatory trance, unlocking its sublimated lessons. He realized dreams are no mere random neurological glitches, but luminous communiques streamed from the unconscious, portals into our ungoverned yearnings, desperately seeking our conscious participation in sculpting the most enlightened self and reality we are becoming. These chronicles became not just recollections, but talismanic inspiration beckoning James into daily embodiment of his passions and highest values. A constant remembrance that awakening during the night's auspicious intervals becomes far more than an inconvenience. It is an inky hub where we shed the day's constrictive identities, reopening to the timeless infinite, a potent opportunity to reforge our trajectory with steeled determination and indestructible grit amid the warming rays of each new dawn's fresh inceptions. For the Stoics, each twilight reverie imparts this resounding wisdom. Every vision that flickers behind your eyelids, no matter its apparent plot or absurdity, bears encoded the trail markers to accessing your true, limitless essence. Far more than bizarre mental detritus, they are creative portals into eradicating delusions, rekindling your quests, and awakening the supreme alchemist within who perpetually rebirths you into your most empowered potentiality. So embrace the nocturnal callings, remembering that being stirred amid these primordial hours is no disturbance, but a sacred invitation to dissolve fixations and continuously compose the lyrical refrains of a life consummately true, infinitely free, and creatively redesigned from your soul's deepest wellsprings and imaginative might. Number 3. Meditate. If the night's lingering visions elude your grasp, fret not. This is an invitation to explore another ancient Stoic rite, the profoundly awakening resonance of meditation in the pre-dawn stillness. When the choice beckons to reactively force your way back to slumber's passive currents, resist. Heed instead the soul's subtle reminder that between 3 to 5 a.m.'s cosmic intermission, an aperture unveils into expansive realms of tranquility and infinite creative potential awaiting your arrival. For in these hushed moments, as the night's obsidian veil gives way to the first inhales of a new dawn, meditation becomes far more than mere silencing of the mind. It is an initiatory passageway into the soul's innermost sanctum, a holy communion where you reunite with the omnipresent yet oft-ignored currents of your essential nature and the infinite intelligences underlying all creation's harmonies. As the world remains wrapped in sleep's embrace, your meditation is no longer just an exercise in tolerance of the breath and body's alchemical undulations. It blossoms into a supremely awakened witnessing, a reverent process of allowing every thought, emotion, and subterranean strain pulsing beneath surface awareness to arise and be embraced in the radiant clarity of your deepest consciousness. Within this alchemical forge of presence, you need not dismiss or fight any apparition of fear or turmoil manifesting from your blind spots. You become the esoteric seer who calls forth each shadow and cloaked dream gremlin lurking into the warm sunbeams of your laser-focused attention, facilitating their sacred reintegration and cathartic release. This is no mere mental detox, but the supreme embodiment of Stoic equanimity, the uncheckable spaciousness to compassionately hold every ripple and gravitational vortex of your psyche's turbulence with penetrating mindfulness. For it is this uncommon puissance, not avoidance, that alchemically transmutes the red lion of ego's tenacious afflictions into the purified white stone of sublime awakening. Yet this profound reclamation of your essential wholeness offers far more than shadow integration. As thoughts and attachments momentarily dissolve into the unconditioned presence cradling your every inhalation, it becomes clear that amid life's ceaseless undulations, an indestructible stillness timelessly endures at your core, an inexhaustible wellspring of power, perpetually accessible through your breath's hypnotic frequencies and present moment anchoring. Each meditation, particularly in these pre-dawn interludes, reminds you that even when the sky darkens with inevitable storms, you remain the silent eye holding the infinite hurricane. This equanimity becomes your supreme sword, your invincible redoubt of inner peace from which to heroically meet each day's tests, not in reactivity, but unbreakable centeredness. To journey through these proteonic thresholds daily is to gradually embody the Stoic path of self-sovereignty, For every reclamation of equilibrium through meditation reinforces the truth that you are far more than the turbulence beleaguering your mental skies. You are that very tranquility regathering itself through every breath, perpetually inseparable from the underlying harmony of the cosmos itself. Thus, to meditate in these pre-dawn hours is far more than tarrying in silence. It is a ritual renewal of your indomitable spirit, a daily recalibration where you reintegrate every facet of your being into the immortal wholeness from which all creation's virtues and glories flow. It is the supreme remembrance that the present is eternally pregnant with every possibility, provided we retain the purity and steadfast vigilance to rise with each new dawn, empowered co-creators. So though dreams may scatter before the moon submits her waning glow, fret not, for in these hallowed moments, bracketing night's coders, another gateway unveils, a sacred sphere where you immediately unite with your incorruptible essence, harmonizing every aspect in limitless resonance with the infinite pulse of being, a space where shadows dissolve, the heart reopens, and the supreme truth, you eternally are, begins anew, a blaze of fresh resurrection light. To meditate during these pre-dawn hours is far more than a mental practice. It is an alchemical rite of spiritual rebirth where you submerge into the infinite source and realign every fiber of your being with the boundless harmonies of the cosmos. Each inhalation summons purify fires to incinerate limiting identities and fears, allowing your unconquerable essence to exhale into existence as an immovable citadel of clarity and heroic intention. With each drowning wave of stillness, you solidify an impregnable force field of equanimity to meet each day's storms unshakable and focused, responding with enlightened action rather than turbulent reaction. As starlight whispers its farewell, you emerge reborn into the dawn's first light, an immortal emissary of your highest ideals, every pore alive as a conduit for the universe's infinite vitality and creative inspirations to course through you inexhaustibly. Embrace this meditation as your daily reinitiation into the masterpiece you eternally are, emerging adamant to architect that day's grandest possibilities from the perfect stillness at your core. Number 4. Practice gratitude. Know that the still interdomain of 3 to 5 AM offers far more than an oasis for meditation and silence. It is a sacred oblation, a fleeting but potent opportunity to engage in one of the supreme Stoic rites, the transformative practice of reverent gratitude. The illuminated Stoics were uniters in their emphasis on recognizing and appreciating all of life's gifts, from the monumental to the seemingly insignificant daily graces to often overlooked. When you awaken into this pre-dawn hush, though it may not have been your choice, make the intentional pivot to alchemize it into a profoundly consecrated moment. Take a few undistracted inhalations to shimmeringly reflect upon the multitudes you have to entrance your spirit into communion with thankfulness. Doing so distributes an immediate bomb of peace, but it also catalyzes a renewable wellspring of positive energy to fortify your mindset with hope and empowered potential as you initiate the new day's sacred unfoldings. Imagine awakening into that pre-dawn interlude, gently parting your eyelids to be absorbed in the dreamlike stillness enveloping your sanctuary. The gentle, metronomic breathing of your beloved beside you becomes a soft, reassuring song ushering you into an ocean of tranquility, encased in your blanket's warm, comforting embrace. Nothing can shatter your full body immersion in an overwhelming sense of peace and soul-suffusing gratitude. In this sanctified expanse, allow your spirit to tenderly yet fervently proclaim its thankfulness, like waves eternally kissing the shore through reverent invocations such as, "I am grateful beyond measure for this restorative peace and cloistered serenity enveloping me, for the warmth and solace of my loved one's presence, reminding me of the infinite wellsprings of caring undergirding my life's every breath. For the expanse of a new dawn overflowing with fertile potential and opportunities to continually grow, expand and heroically self-actualize at my utmost edge. Each declarative statement is far more than a pro forma acknowledgement. It is an invocation, wearing your psyche's self-cementing affirmation of the inextinguishable inner wealth you eternally emanate from the foundation of your truth. A ritual remembrance to reverentially respect the beauty gracing your life as reflections of your own magnificence crystallizing into material resonance. This is no passive, intellectual exercise, but an ecstatic revelry of self-realization, a ceremonious reckoning with the ultimate reality that your nature is pure, imperturbable peace, unconditional love and boundless abundance made manifest. An affirmative unleashing of the sovereign being you perpetually are at the most subatomic frequencies of your crystalline existence. For true gratitude extends far beyond momentary awareness of life's blessings. It is a catalytic crucible that awakens you ever more profoundly to the timeless grandeur and inviolable power ceaselessly radiated through your divine essence. A guru-bestowed reminder that you remain an inexhaustible fountainhead of inspiration, resilience and transformative possibilities, no matter the temporary fluctuations roiling your experiential spheres. Thus, to live gratitude in the spirit of Stoic mastery is not just a wholesome habit, but a spiritually ordained ritual blasting open perceptual portals into the supremely awakened dimensions of your infinite being. One which reminds you that you are never disconnected from the immortal wellsprings propelling you eternally to transcend whatever limitations may arise. So make this pre-dawn gratitude an ecstatic, full-bodied celebration, a triumphant momentary unification with the eternal truth you represent. Let each word be an adamant proclamation, obliterating the final vestiges of self-doubt, while ferociously empowering your absolute self-belief as an inexhaustible source of creative majesty, prevailing over any temporary chaos. Then, let this rejuvenating torrent of empowered resonance be the propelling life force, radiantly catalyzing each of the day's grandest possibilities into their fullest material resplendence through your heroic resonance of word and deed. Number 5. Practice journaling. The pre-dawn stillness spanning 3 to 5 a.m. stands as far more than the interlude ushering in a new day's birth. It is a consecrated aperture, a fleeting yet precious opportunity to engage in one of the supreme rites cherished by the ancient Stoics, the self-reflective sanctity of journaling. For the illuminated, this deliberate inscription of one's thoughts and emotions was not merely a utilitarian exercise, but a spiritually revered odyssey into the soul's deepest valleys and skyline summitures, a ritual wayfinding to consciously commune with and crystallize the currents of your authenticity, flowing just beneath surface awareness. So choose your journal with sacred reverence, for it stands not as a simple vessel holding your musings, but as the holiest of temples, where you converge in transcendent self-dialogue, an infinite expansiveness of embrace within which to whisper every unspoken truth and tender vulnerability your spirit bears, without shame or censure. Let each page be the loving witness patiently holding space for the aspects of your depths most aching to be realized, an unconditionally accepting sanctuary, where you become the supreme poet rediscovering and midwiving the lyrics of your soul's eternal song amidst lives of discord and autopilot entrancement. In these pre-dawn moments, where linear time seems suspended between being and becoming, writing arcs as a ceremonial rite to clarify your spirit's highest vision. Let your words flow unrestrained and unedited, for in this mystical ecstasy editing only serves the deluded taskmaster of ego. This is soul stream, luminous revelations of your most essential selfhood, ecstatically reverberating onto the page with each pleasure sudden ensoulment. Let the ink become the passageway through which you finally befriend and tenderly explore the recessed mystery longings and hidden paradigms secretly orchestrating your experiential choreography. Should you awaken in a mental fog clouded with nameless angst, seize your pen as a dowsing rod to energetically locate the subterranean springs of inner turbulence, be they wise work stresses or relational entropies contributing to your opacity. Each fearless inscribed line becomes a beacon relentlessly illuminating your soul's shadowed hologram, not to disempower through harsh analysis, but to bear intimate witness while coaxing forth the embryonic wisdoms coded within each apparent obstacle, to restructure the obstructions into alternative pathways for continually reimagining and actualizing your most inspired existence. For the Stoics grasped that interior equilibrium and self-sovereignty are the master keys to transcending all ephemeral afflictions. To journal in these pre-dawn moments is not just to enhance self-awareness, but to ceremoniously cultivate the unconditional self-acceptance and steely determination to heroically create the life unlimitedly edified by your soul's prismatic guidances. To wield your pen during these twilight liminalities is to seize your sovereign quill as the supreme architect, continually inscribing the sacred autobiography of your most unleashed becoming, not to chronically memorialize the day's vaporous preoccupations, but to reverentially distill, crystallize, and embody the imperishable essences which outlast every constraining identity. This, for the sage Stoics, was the essence of eudaimonia, the liberated self-actualization arising not from relentless striving, but continual reunion with the indestructible pearls of your being's eternal heroic song. So let these pre-dawn pages be the hallowed spaces where you not just clarify your vision, but erect towering monuments as living reminders of your unlimited sovereign capacity, crowned by inexhaustible wellsprings for co-creating any grandest possibility on the material realms. Offered in this consecration are the seeds of your ultimate becoming, awaiting your attentive hand to lovingly inscribe their unshackled upward soarings into this life's most brilliant auroric masterpiece. For you, like the dawn, were born to endlessly rebirth eventual reality through the unstoppable transcriptions of your truth's triumphant rays. The world yearns for your valorous testifying, unbridled unveiling, supreme self-embodiment. Accept this initiatory summons and become. By practicing these Stoic teachings, you initiate an infinite positive resonance, continually expanding into your highest heroic potential while harmonizing with all creation's currents. Yet evolution's greatest awakenings arise through shared transcendent aspiration. Openly share your journey with our community by commenting your experiences and sparks of realization. Each wisdom unveiled illuminates the path for fellow seekers. Spread these empowering teachings by sharing them widely to elevate all who thirst for more. If you have not yet subscribed, let this be your ceremonial invitation to join our sacred order, co-creating heroic growth together through our collective visionary momentum. We are the immortal artisans, breathing new realities into existence through each thought and deed aligned with our highest ideals made manifest. With each video, we'll activate potent Stoic principles to alchemize obstacles into resurrections of our supreme empowered state. Our valiant order weds lofty aspirations with pragmatic application, ensuring our reverent ideals take root across all spheres. I look forward to our never-ending metamorphoses into the most unleashed versions of our supreme godhood. For if each pre-dawn awakening rouses our infinite potential, imagine the transcendent creative momentum our consecrated movement shall generate.